Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if we've hung out before. I'm Amy, and today we're rounding out our November Thanksgiving side dishes with some quick and easy recipes. These are exactly what you need if you get that last minute invitation and you need a side dish like yesterday. But these recipes don't sacrifice flavor for time. They're just as tasty as if they took hours. We're gonna make some cornmeal drop biscuits and some seasoned roasted carrots. Both take about 30 to 35 minutes to make, so let's get cooking. We'll start with the biscuits, and these are quite possibly some of the easiest biscuits ever made. The ingredients are simple pantry staples that you may already have in your pantry. They also don't require any rolling or proofing or any crazy prep time at all. So to start, preheat the oven to 425. Grab a medium mixing bowl, and we need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of cornmeal, and you can use yellow or white cornmeal, either one will work just fine. Add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Whisk all this together so everything is evenly combined, and then we're going to set this to the side, but just for a moment. Now grab a measuring cup like this one or small bowl and add 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can add a tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar to a cup of milk as a good substitute and use 3/4 of a cup of that. To our buttermilk, add 2 tablespoons of honey and stir everything up until the honey is fully melted into the milk. And here's a little tip. Honey will mix with the buttermilk a little easier if you warm it up just a little bit, like 15 seconds in the microwave. Now set this to the side and let's get back to our dry ingredients, and we're gonna add in our 4 tablespoons of butter. So just like with most biscuits, the butter needs to be cold, so it's best to keep the butter in the fridge until just before you add it to the bowl. Cut the butter into little cubes and just toss them in. Using a fork or a pastry cutter, cut the butter into the flour mixture. Essentially, just use the tool to break up the butter into even smaller pieces, and then just work it into the mix until everything is a sandy consistency. You can also use your hands, but work very quickly if you go that route because the heat from your hands will start to melt the butter, and we really need the butter to stay solid and cold. The cold butter pieces create tiny little steam pockets in the dough as they melt during baking, which results in a light, fluffy, even like an airy texture. But if the butter melts fully into the flour before baking, the biscuit will end up more dense and flat. When the butter is all cut into the flour, grab the honeyed buttermilk and pour that into the flour mixture as well. Stir this up just until everything's combined. We need to make sure not to overmix this because we don't want to activate the gluten in the flour. That can make the biscuits overly chewy. The dough will be a little sticky. If it's dry, just add a little more milk by spoonful until you have that slightly sticky texture. If it's too sticky, like almost runny, do the same with little bits of flour. You can see right here, this is the texture you're looking for. We want it sticky, but definitely not runny. Next, line a baking sheet with some parchment paper or spray it with some oil, and now we drop our biscuits. This dough will make 8 biscuits, and I'm just using an ice cream scooper. Scoop out the dough, drop it on the sheet. If you make 8 and you still have some dough left in the bowl, just kind of add it to each biscuit so they're all about the same size. This is really forgiving. Bake these for 12 to 14 minutes or until the tops are getting nice and golden brown, and if you poke them with a toothpick, it comes out clean. When they're done, you can eat them warm or you can let them cool on a wire rack so you can pack them up and take them with you. These are excellent with some honey butter or some jam. I personally love them with blackcurrant jam, but honey butter is a perfect match for honey cornmeal biscuits. So even filming myself making these, which makes everything take longer, this recipe only took about 30 minutes total to make. I also whipped up a little bit of honey butter, which is just 1 stick of softened butter mixed with a 1/4 cup of honey. These were lovely, soft, light, airy. You got that signature corn muffin flavor, but in a biscuit. It's just perfect. It's a great addition to any Thanksgiving dinner, especially if you're on really short notice. All right, our next recipe is some seasoned roasted carrots that have become a staple recipe in my home all year round. So everybody knows about the classic glazed carrots, buttered carrots, candied carrots, but these seasoned garlic butter roasted carrots are so flavorful it's almost silly. And they're ridiculously easy to make, so here we go. Start by spraying a baking sheet with oil and preheating the oven to 425. Also, make sure your oven rack is in the middle position. We need 2 pounds of carrots for this, and we need them all peeled, pared. Which one is the right one? I think it's pared, but I've always said peeled. Oh well, just get the skins off. When the carrot skins are all gone, wash the carrots up really well and dry them with a clean kitchen towel or some paper towels. We don't want them to have a whole bunch of water on them because we're going to be coating these things in butter. When they're nice and clean and relatively dry, we need to chop them all up, but this is probably the easiest chop of all chops ever. We want these to look really awesomely rustic, so just chop them up into chunks like this. For an average sized carrot, maybe roughly into thirds. For the thicker part of the carrot, maybe a little more, but we don't want them completely uniform. When they're all chopped up, just let them sit here on the cutting board for a few minutes while we prepare the sauce. In a large saucepan, melt 4 tablespoons of butter. When it's bubbly, add 4 cloves of minced or crushed garlic, which is about 2 teaspoons, and cook this, stirring constantly for like 30 seconds until the garlic gets really fragrant. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika, a 1/2 to a full teaspoon of coarse salt, like a good sized pinch, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Give that all a little stir so the paprika and the garlic don't start to scorch. Next, add 2 tablespoons of honey and then stir everything up really well so the honey is fully incorporated into the butter and the seasonings. Now add all the chopped carrots in there and be careful not to splatter that really hot butter on yourself because that would not be cool. Now roll and toss them around in that sauce so they're all nicely coated with that flavorful seasoned honey garlic butter. Using some tongs, put all the carrots onto a baking sheet and arrange them in a flat layer, but don't get rid of the extra sauce because we'll need it in a little bit. The tongs part is important too because we want as much of that extra sauce as possible to stay in the saucepan at the moment. Pop these in the oven, bake them for 20 minutes at 425. While the carrots are roasting, you can reduce the sauce on the stove if you want to, but I found that the consistency toward the end of that 20-minute bake time was perfect without reducing it. At the 20-minute mark, pull the carrots out of the oven and toss them in the extra sauce. You can either put them back in the saucepan or just pour the sauce over them and toss them right on the baking sheet, which is what I do, and they turn out perfectly. Just make sure to get all the carrots really well coated in that remaining sauce. You can see here how they're already getting that roasted char look on the bottom. It's just fabulous. Then arrange them flat again and pop them back into the oven for 5 to 7 minutes or until the carrots are nice and tender. And watch for carrot thieves because that is a thing, at least in my house anyway. And after 5 to 7 minutes, the carrots are done. I'm getting them off the sheet right away so they don't continue cooking on the hot pan because these carrots are perfectly tender but not mushy, which is exactly what we want. These carrots have such a lovely flavor, a little sweet, a little smoky, and the garlic running under it all. The roast is perfect on these, and now you can see why I love these so much. This recipe took me a little longer with filming, about 45 minutes, but without filming yourself making them, I would say the expected 30 to 35 minutes is just right. This recipe would be perfect for that last minute invite, and it's definitely a crowd pleaser. It also doubles, triples, whatever, just fine. So you can make enough for a really large family in pretty much the same amount of time. If you want to make them pretty and have even more color, you can toss them in some fresh chopped parsley, or you can just serve them plain like this because the flavor is so fantastic that they don't actually need anything. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment below. It really helps out my channel. Let me know, what are your go-to quick and easy sides when you need a dish really, really fast? Come and hang out with me on Sundays for some cozy, home-cooked recipes that'll warm you right up this winter. I hope you have a wonderful week and a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you back here next Wednesday for the start of a brand new little series for December. I mean, Christmas is coming up, and that means Christmas dinner, so we have some cooking to do. Bye!